Well, I'm back on the truck. It has been an absolute fucking shit show here, dude. It's been a shit show since I started, okay? The hotel was nice. They had me stay at the Hilton. I would come to work at 5:45. I think it was 7 on the first day. I came in at 7, did onboarding. It's not onboarding, it's what my buddy says, onboarding, where they give you the history of the company, they talk about the future of the company, and blah, 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 blah. And you do all your other shit. You know, you fill out all your paperwork and whatever. You finish getting your paperwork filled out. Come on, dude, stay upright. This fucking thing, dude. It won't stop dipping. Let's see. Let's just put it right there. I think that'll work. So I got a 2019 International. No APU, although I'm regional. No auto start or stop protection. So that means that it has load killer switches. It's got 2 different load kill switches. So if the battery starts to run low, it'll kill switch 1, which will pretty much shut off the inverter to reduce power draw. And then if it gets really low, like close to where the truck will have a problem starting, it'll cut off dash lights, outside lights, all of the 12-volt plugs and stuff. Let me go ahead and roll that up because it's loud. The truck's everywhere. So first day, when I go Saturday, I drive back to Houston from Dallas or from Fort Worth, and I go into Houston and I go take a look at my truck. There's a big ass chunk of tread missing out of the tire. The rest is okay. The rest looks good, other than the fact that it smells funky as shit in here because it's got these cloth ass seats, right? So it just absorbs everything. You fart in this and it's gonna smell for like 3 days. So I go check. I put in a work order request through the app to say I need the tire replaced. You know, in the position, if you look at the diagram, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Like all the way down. Well, my position was 5, and I wanted them to fix it. So I told them, tire 5 is a passenger front inside tire, has a good chunk of tread missing off of it. I'd like to get it fixed. This is Saturday. I'm off Sunday, and I'm going back in Monday. So I'm off Saturday. I'm in still on Saturday, not getting paid, to go inspect the truck so I can save myself the trouble of doing it later. And I got all my tools and stuff out of my car to put it in the truck so I could be ready on Monday when I go to work. So I put the request in. I come back on Monday. It was rejected. Say check with the shop. I put the work order request in so the shop can fix it before I have to come to work. So I come in Monday morning. I sit there for 4 fucking hours waiting for them to fix the tire on my truck. All right, because I have to go in there and tell them, hey, I need a tire replaced. So that's alleged breakdown pay right there. So for 4 hours, I made like $60 just sitting there. Now I got an ELD problem, which I'll talk about in a second, because this is the second fucking day that this is Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. I don't fucking know. It's one of those days. Whatever today is. I was out there Monday. I drove out here Tuesday, yeah, so I think it's Wednesday today. So I drove, they gave me a load. It didn't come through on my phone. It didn't come through on my tablet. So that was what they call something, I forget. But it's a drive. You're basically doing me a favor. I took an empty from Houston, the Houston yard, and I brought it all the way up here to Fort Worth to a Tractor Supply or something like that. And I dropped it at Tractor Supply. So I had to go inside and ask, like, hey, I don't know what the hell happened yesterday. I don't have miles. I don't have a load. I didn't have anything. I just took an empty, like I drove for free basically. So we work all that out this morning. He pays me for the miles. I can't get drop and hook pay because it was a favor basically. I forget what the hell they call the technical term for it. I forget what they call it. So I only got the miles, which was 266 miles. And I think it was 51 cents a mile. So I sleep here on the yard. I am for about 3 hours, I'm fiddling with the AC units and controls. I'm looking at videos on how to get the AC works. These trucks don't have APUs on them. They have the S-bar heater. There's no AC. The only way the AC will run is if the truck is idling. Well, trucks don't idle anymore. They shut off after 5 fucking minutes. It also was, we were under a tornado watch last night, so it's pouring down rain. I can't even fucking sleep in my truck with the windows down like I'd want to, and a truck stop or a yard with all this noise all over the place. I'd want as much noise cancellation as I can get, right? So there's no APU. There's no AC. I'm supposed to sleep in this fucking truck with no AC. Driving regional, okay? I have a horrible night's sleep last night because I wake up sweating. It's raining still. I can't roll my windows down. I got accessory on with the vents blowing. I piss harder than the wind was coming out of the thing. I had it blowing straight on my face. I wasn't even using my blanket. Like, it was a miserable fucking night. And I know I've got every single night I'm sleeping in this fucking truck, I'm going to have a miserable night. I'm not going to get any fucking sleep because I can't idle the truck. Now, I went into the shop and I asked them, is there AC on these trucks? No, there's not. You have to idle the truck to have AC. The heater works without idling the truck, but you have to run the truck for idle the truck for AC. So if it's over 65 degrees, it'll idle. Okay, and that's pretty generous, I would say, because 65 degrees is still cool enough outside that you could roll the windows down and be comfortable. And over 65, if the truck will continue idling, that's even better, right? And then at 43 degrees, if it's as low as 43 degrees and lower, then it will work, right? So, yeah, it's People's Net. If you recognize that noise, it's a suspended pre-plan that I can't accept right now because I'm waiting to get repairs, which I'm about to talk about. So 43 degrees and 65 degrees. If it's in between that, the truck's shutting down on its own. So I wake up, I go inside. My manager's as new as I am. Okay, if not, I think her first day was my first day. So she don't even know how to make copies on the copy machine or send herself an email through the copy machine. That's how green she is, right? So I don't think that it's smart of the company I work for to give a new driver a new manager, right? That is very poor planning. Very poor planning. Because I go in there for assistance and she's having to ask everybody else, disturbing them, helping their drivers, because she doesn't know what's going on. My manager is supposed to, your manager or any manager is supposed to be able to give you an answer if you don't have one, right? They don't call her driver manager. They don't call her fleet manager. They don't call her anything. She's just my manager. I guess. I don't know. So I wake up this morning and I go to log into I'm going to do the pre-trip on the truck, and People's Net saying that I'm still on duty. So I go online and I look at my logs online because it's sent to the cloud. So I can go to the cloud and change it from my phone. Say I forget to log out of the truck, I can get on my phone and log out of the truck, and then I'll edit my logs when I come back, right? So I get on and it's saying I'm still on duty. I have 0 hours of drive time. I got 0 hours of on duty time, and I'm down to like 40 hours of on my 70, and that there's a big ass triangle saying that I'm in HOS violation. So I go in and I edit it from the cloud portion. It's not updating on my tablet. Now my tablet's got a big ass triangle saying that it's got a general ELD fault. It's not functioning as an ELD device, even though it's mounted onto the truck. So I go to the shop this morning and I talk to the shop. I'm like, I asked them about the AC, and then I had to come back in there and I'm like, hey, my tablet isn't working as an ELD device, and I'm not fixing to start driving around all week with fucking paper logs. So I want to get this fixed while I'm here. So I go in and they're like, all right, well, try calling People's Net, and then if they can't fix it or you guys can't work it out there, then come back to the shop, we'll write it up. So, or we'll write it up through the shop. Okay, so I call People's Net. They have Life is a Highway playing for 15 minutes fucking straight. I'm pushing buttons and it's not registering, right? So I go back in to talk to my manager and I tell her what the runaround is. So first, I come over here, I go to my manager and I turn in my fuel receipts for my trips in my personal car, because I was told I was going to get that back. That's $80 fucking in fuel I paid right there just to get up here and back home. 200, 300 miles, right? So I go inside, I talk to my manager. Obviously, she's still having to ask everybody around her how to answer my questions. I go to the shop. I talk to him. They tell me to call PeoplesNet. I come back to my truck. I call PeoplesNet. Well, first I have to go back inside because there's no number to PeoplesNet. And then they tell me that the number is in the app on your phone. So I go to my app. It's all in alphabetical order. There's no PeoplesNet number. So I run into my trainer by chance. I'm like, hey, do you know the number to PeoplesNet? He's like, yeah, it's right here. You got to click on your fucking picture, then go to support or about, and then go to support and call the number from support. So I call the number on support. That's PeoplesNet thing or whatever. They go through the rigmarole, overly long fucking intro to tell you that the options have changed. We know. Just people know not to hit the fucking buttons right away, right? It's always going to say that. Please take note because our options may have changed. So you hit, whatever number, and then you go on to the next section. It's like, if you're having problems with your ELD, onboard computer, or any of that stuff, press 1. So I'm pressing 1. And he's still talking. Pressing 1, pressing 1, pressing 1. I hit it like 18 times. Nothing happens. So I can't get through to PeoplesNet. And it just tells you, shut off the power to the truck. Shut off the power to the tablet. Leave the truck off for 1 minute. Turn the button back on for the kill switch to put power back to the truck. Then start the truck. Then start the tablet. Then connect the tablet. So, like, I did all that, okay? I already did that before I even had to call them. Like, I get it. A lot of truck drivers are very illiterate when it comes to electronic devices, but I was in IT for 15 years. I'm tech savvy. I know how this shit works. I dealt with it for 15 years, like, it's all the same concept. Did you try shutting it off and turning it back on again? Oh, well, try it again. Let me watch you do it because you're going to tell me you did it, but you didn't really do it. You just want me to fucking deal with it. So you lie, it causes more problems. Whatever. Anyway, we're getting on to a TED Talk here. So here I am. I go back up to my manager and I tell them what's going on. They're telling me literally, like, there ain't nothing we can do. You got to go to the shop. There's literally nothing we can do. I'm like, all right, well, I feel right at fucking home here. I cannot rightfully advise anyone to come work where I'm working because of the shit that I'm dealing with. This is day 2. I was ready to quit already today. Just knowing, like, how do people make money with this shit? I might have to go back to OTR. It was so fucking simple back then. When I was OTR, it was easy. I got my load, I accepted it. I took it, I dropped it, I got another load. I took it, I dropped it, I got another load. It was easy. Here, I got a fucking 6 different fucking apps I gotta use. I got a fuel network that's only so many different stops. I gotta know where I'm stopping to get fuel. Before I go there, I gotta plan it all out, even more so than I would normally have to, right? So if you're local, you know where all the fuel stops are at. They got most of the fuel stops here in Dallas, right? So you can stop wherever you're at. They're usually or generally by a rail yard somewhere. You can just stop and get fuel there. You can't just stop and get fuel wherever you want. So, what, you got a burger? Oh man, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything really in the last 2 days because there's no room in this truck. The bed, I swear, is smaller than a twin mattress. I can't put my TV in here. I got my microwave down there, but it's sitting on the floor. There's no top berth, so there's storage up top. It's not very good storage, but it's up there. It feels snugger than my Freightliner at Prime. But now I'm at the mercy of the shop. I went in, talked to the guy, and I'm like, PeoplesNet ain't working. He's like, all right, fill out that paper right there. I was like, oh. Manual. You can fill out a manual piece of paper and turn it into someone. Nobody here seems like they want to work either. Like, I almost walked into the regional person's office and told him, look, dude, I'm this fucking close to quitting right now because I don't feel like I'm getting support. Okay? Their motto is like all about the driver, right? And it's like, well, then why don't we have APUs on the regional trucks? Why can't we just infinitely idle? Yeah, I'm not going to California. I should be able to idle my truck, right? Like, I know there's certain laws where you can't idle. We need an option to stay cool in the truck. We can't be sweating our dicks off here in the truck. Oh, and on top of all that, on my way home, I got a citation for an alleged 45 and a 30, which I already have a lawyer, and we're fighting that. But I got a video of where I'll show the clip right now. So here's the 40-mile-an-hour sign. Right here to my right. Next to Tom's Garage. And now I'm going 40. So now by the time I reached her, I was going 45. I don't know how far her radar works, but I'll tell you right now, she was not standing outside the truck when it happened. I'm fighting this shit. That's ridiculous. She's gonna sit here and get me for going 45 and a 30. Yeah, we're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it hard. But now I got the video. But you see, like, the 40-mile-an-hour sign was there. By the time I could even see her, which means her radar would be able to see me from that point, I was well past. I was about 100 to 200 feet past the 40-mile-an-hour sign. And she clocked me, so she assumed that I was going 45 and a 30, which the 30-mile-an-hour was way back there. I was already past the 40-mile-an-hour sign before I reached 45 miles an hour. I'll take a 5-mile-an-hour over the speed limit, but I'm not going 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. That is a moving violation, and that goes against my DAC. So I have to fight this. I have to. And I think that she should be fucking reprimanded for that shit, because that's bullshit. How many people have just said, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to pay for it? When she lied. She's fucking lying. And even so, she has her body cam and everything with her fucking... I don't know why she has so much goddamn lipstick on, dude. But, I mean, who are you trying to impress? You ain't impressing nobody? Giving them tickets? That ain't gonna help, man. And we're like, wipe that shit off your face. I'm sorry, I'm just being prejudiced. And bad because she fucking lied. Anyways, I gotta put this fucking video again. I know it's been a while. Man, if this shit keeps up, there's gonna be plenty more videos talking about it. I still gotta talk about Hub Group. I just can't catch a break, man. Like, I might have to go back to OTR. I may very well have to fucking do it. And I don't want to. I'm already gonna be gone 5 fucking days a week. You know, and I'm hoping to make at least $1,500 a week. If I'm going to be gone this long from the house, why not just fucking go back OTR again? Oh, man. Local fucking sucks. And so far, I haven't even had a chance to taste regional yet, and I already feel like it sucks. Remember, just ladies, I'll be fucking ready to take care, and I'll see you all another time.